Welcome to another Speed Clean with me. I'm doing a power hour, hoping to bring you some speed cleaning motivation. I am Ree from mummyof4.com, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we are starting in my office, which is doubling up as kind of our homeschool classroom at this time and is a total tip. Now this is the end of the day on a Friday that I'm filming, and the place is just such a mess. And I just kind of want to get it straight before the weekend and just tidy everything away so we can start fresh on Monday without having to worry about it all and just without it bugging me all weekend. So I'm starting by tidying away all the pens and pencils and things in this stationery caddy, which I will link below. I bought this caddy since we've been homeschooling, but I'm really glad I got it because it'll be really good for homework and things and just general crafts and such, even when they are back in school. Now, most of the mess I find in our little homeschool corner is little pieces of paper that end up all over the place, because as well as doing sort of more structured academic work, the girls are little. I mean, Bella's only 5 and Zara's only 3, so a lot of the stuff they do is quite sort of cutting and sticking, which is a good skill to have. Learning, scissor skills, that's a good skill. It's something we want them to be able to do in school. It's good for their fine motor skills, but it does mean there are lots of tiny pieces of paper all over the place all the time, so that's why I was picking those up. Now that the table is clear, I'm using some Method Anti-Bac in the wild rhubarb smell, which smells divine, to wipe and clean the tables, obviously get rid of some bacteria as well. I'm just trying to get some of the marks off the tables because there are a lot of them. They don't always seem to manage to draw on the paper, sometimes they manage to draw on the tables as well. I mean, it doesn't matter too much because they are just their little play tables, but still, I do try and wipe them down and get the marks off as often as possible. For the really stubborn marks, I'm using some magic eraser. It's just like a little sponge, and you wet it, you don't put any other chemicals on it, and I don't know what's in it other than magic. I just know it takes pretty much anything off pretty much anything. So you need to be careful which surfaces you use it on and sort of patch test first. But you can get these, I will link some below, but you can get them in like pan shops and things. And this is the only thing I find that gets crayon off those little tables. So now over to my desk. I'm just going to tidy it away a bit. It's the end of the week. While I have got some work to do over the weekend, I will not be working anymore today after this clean. I just want to wipe over my desk, which just gets a bit dusty, lots of bits of rubbish all over it, and a bit of anti-bac on my keyboard because obviously I'm touching that all the time, and just generally tidy up and put some of the bits and pieces away, because I can't cope with a really cluttered desk. It's got to be kind of everything where I need it, and otherwise I can't work. It just really stresses me out. Anyway, now to vacuum. I've got my little cordless Dyson. The battery on this probably lasts about 20 minutes flat out. So what I tend to do is do a bit and plug it back in, and then do a bit more and plug it back in. To be honest, the children rarely let me do anything for only one thing for 20 minutes straight anyway. Now for my mop socks. Now my teenager laughs at me and thinks I look like a tool, but I don't care. I think they're a fashion statement, and more than anything, they are totally functional, because what is more annoying than mopping the floor and just having footprints and like soggy feet and stuff? These, I'm mopping the floor as I go. I think it's genius. I don't know, maybe you would disagree with me and think I do look like a tool. Maybe you would agree with my teenager, but it doesn't really matter because they make me happy. So I'm going to keep using them. Anyway, I am using my Veleda 1-2 spray, which I'm not sure if you can see, there's a trigger and it squirts, and then that kind of squirts the cleaning detergent onto the floor, and then the microfiber pad on it mops up the stuff you've just squirted on the floor. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining that. But I filled it with, sometimes I fill it with diluted Flora, but today I've got it filled with the Method floor cleaner, and that's in the wild rhubarb too. Now, the keen item on you will have noticed I did not put on a load at the beginning of this power hour, which I normally do, but that's because it's much later in the day and I'd already put several loads of washing on, if I'm honest. So now it's actually time to empty out the machines. So I've taken the wet washing out of the machine. I'm taking the dry washing out of the tumble dryer, not forgetting to empty the fluff filter. I'm not sure if that's what it's really called, and put it into my little fluff bin. In the last house I didn't have a fluff bin near the tumble dryer, and I was constantly traipsing around trying to put this stuff in the bin. Fluff bin on top of the dryer has been a game changer. Anyway, the drying is now in the dryer. The stuff that has been sorted. There's 2 types of things. Oh, hang on. First of all, I'm going to show you this. That I was just holding in my hand was a reusable colour catcher. So that's what that was. Anyway, I sort the stuff into tumble dryable and non-tumble dryable. So shortly I will have to hang up the wet stuff that doesn't go in the tumble dryer. The other stuff is already in the tumble dryer and that's on. And now I'm folding away some of the stuff that has gone out to the dryer. So I'm folding the towels and things that need to go upstairs mainly, although we do keep some towels in the bathroom downstairs as well. And then I'm sorting away all the pants and socks and various other things that come out of the dryer into these Calyx boxes. Now the way this works is I've got a Calyx box for each family member. So underneath that radiator that you can see in the back right corner of the screen, there's one for my husband and one for me, and then the sort of the one, that grey one I just pulled out, that stack, they're one each for the children. Now what I'm doing is I'm giving the children their own washing to put away. I've given each of them a basket with a few of their bits and pieces in them. I mean, I've given Zara hers, she needs a bit of help if I'm honest. And now we're going through the drying stuff. So this is the stuff that does not go in the tumble dryer and it hangs here to dry. Now this is the fullest I would ever allow this area to get. There is space between each item of clothing so that it can dry properly, and there is a radiator there. And I find that drying it on hangers like this is a really efficient way to dry all year round, and things dry in shape, they don't really need much ironing and things after this. So as long as it's emptied frequently enough so that there is space between the clothing for it to dry, because someone once asked me, does it cause like a problem with damp? It doesn't, because it's a warm area and I don't squish anything too closely together. If you squish it too closely together, then yes, that might be an issue. But what I tend to do is leave a few hangers between each item of clothing, and that causes like a natural separator. So the stuff that wasn't fully dry, I've hung on that top rail, and then this bottom rail I'm hanging just the stuff that isn't dry at all, because it's just come out of the washing machine, so it needs to be dried. Now to tidy up a bit more in here and putting those baskets, I've put those 2 baskets there. The idea is it's for sorting lights and darks into. So that's the laundry done for now. I've got some more to sort out upstairs. Now I'm going to tidy up the lounge area, tidy up some of the cushions. That basket full of stuff that's just left all over the sofa has been put at the bottom of the stairs, ready to carry up for when I go up. Now we're doing another wipe over of the children's other play table. This is the one in the living room. And now we're going to dust over with what the girls called dusterers. They're doing dustering with dusterers, and it's so cute, I can't bring myself to correct them. So we've I don't know, far too many letters in that word. We are dusting we've done the TV, and now we're just doing this cabinet under the TV. That little white thing that I just had in my hand is actually our little remote control station, and I got that from IKEA. I think it's supposed to be a candle holder or something, but the reason I use it is because it drives me insane when I can't find the remote controls. So I say, right, put them in there, and then we know where they are. And then that's their home, and it doesn't always work. People don't always put them back, but generally I'm far more likely to find them since I've been doing it that way. So just now to do our dining table, gives us another little anti-back over. I mean, this does actually get done after every meal, but I thought as I've got my stuff out, I'm going to do it anyway. So only a 2-second job, wipe it over. And then now I'm going to wipe over the children's play kitchen. This is full of all their play food. It's right next to our real kitchen, and they love playing with it. It does get a bit dusty, so just giving it a little wipe over. And now on to the real kitchen. The girls are helping. I mean, look how helpful they are, sort of, not really being, but bless them, they're having fun, they're getting involved, and I do think it's important, I've talked about this in other videos, to get your children involved in cleaning and tidying and things, and for that to just be a really normal part of the day. It's like, this isn't just mummy's job, let's all do it together, and then the quicker we all get things done, the quicker we can go and play. Now I am cleaning the worktop. This isn't granite, I'm using a granite cleaner, it's actually quartz, but you can't use the method anti-back on quartz or granite, so I am using the special method granite cleaner. Now it actually smells like not just apples, but apple fizzy chewits, if you want to know the exact smell of this product, and it smells great. You will see that I just moved the toaster, and I'm going to give that a bit of a clean over in a second. We do actually keep it on a tray to make that a lot easier. I get asked a lot, where did I get the toaster tray? So I will link that below too. Now I'm going to do something that I do not do frequently enough, which is to get rid of all the crumbs from the toaster, empty out the toaster tray, clean all that out, because full disclosure, I do not do this enough. I'm actually going to use the method multi-purpose for this. This is Prink Grapefruit Smell, which I love. It's my favourite of the multi-purpose smell. It kind of smells like a shower gel from the Body Shop I would have had when I was a teenager. So yummy. So that's the toaster kind of given a little wipe over, and then the toaster tray given another little wipe over too. I just find it's a much easier way because all the crumbs kind of stay a bit more contained. It's just an easier way to kind of clean up. Now to clean up the mess I just made with all those crumbs, and then we're moving on to the sink. Now I've got this little caddy, this is my food waste caddy, so we put our food waste in there and then we take it outside for recycling. I will link that below because I get lots of questions about that. And now I am cleaning the sink. I've sprayed a bit of multi-purpose on and I'm actually using my brush. I can't think what it's called, but it's basically got some washing up liquid in it and then it sort of squeezes out through that pad thingy. A bit more multi-purpose spray and a microfiber cloth, which I'm going to need to change in a minute actually because that's getting a bit yucky and icky, and I'll just chuck that in the wash and get a fresh one and carry on cleaning. And now just to do this little corner, including my hand soap dispenser. We haven't actually got any. In the last house I used to use sort of disposable hand soap, and now I just buy the refills and refill the hand soap dispensers we have in each room. Now to vacuum the floor in here. I get asked a lot about keeping the white tiles clean and how easy that is to do. I do find it shows up a lot for marks, but then it just sort of prompts me to vacuum them up a bit quicker. It sort of shows bits and hair and stuff a lot more. It's pretty easy to keep clean though. I would say the white grout is trickier to keep clean. That you notice a lot more. Perhaps we should grout. I don't know, perhaps it wouldn't like be in such a pain, but I guess we can always regrout it quite easily. But the tiles themselves, you know, they're coming up quite nicely. Now into the living room and vacuuming while I've actually been cleaning. Zara has made more mess. She likes making mess. She's 3, it's her job. So I'm just vacuuming all around, ready to get my Valida 1 True Spray back out and to do the laminate and the tiles with that. It does leave the whole house smelling so good because it just smells like that wild rhubarb antibac stuff that I've got in there, which sort of just smells like sweets if I'm honest. So I do find that if I use cleaning products that smell good, it makes me want to clean. I used to use candles a lot, but with having so many little ones around, I kind of feel like it's a bit of a fire hazard to leave candles burning. Maybe when they're a bit older I can do that. For now, the only way you can make the house smell fab is with cleaning products, which is cool because it makes me clean more. Now time to change the pad thing. I've got 2 of these, kind of one on and one in the wash, and I've just put that away, ready for using next time. Now we're heading upstairs. Most of the children's laundry has gone away. Most of them have done it themselves, but I think Zara's going to need a little bit of help with hers. That's my husband's stuff, which I'm hoping he'll put away himself. We can but hope. The towel box up here is actually full, so that one needs to go back downstairs to the downstairs bathroom because I do keep some towels upstairs and some towels downstairs for ease of use. Now to dust or duster, depending on what you want to call it, over my dressing table units in my bedroom, just a little quick chemical-free clean there, and now to put away all of the clean, dry washing that was hanging up downstairs and has been brought upstairs into the relevant wardrobes. So I'm just slightly off camera there, chucking it all away in our built-in wardrobe in our bedroom. And then the girl stuff needs to go into their wardrobes. Now I'm going to vacuum. I'm not doing like a full deep clean of any of the rooms today. It is very much power hour, very much I just get it all clean and tidy kind of session. And oh, that's my hair tool organizer. I love it. Someone recommended it in the comments on here, so thank you for that. I love it. It's a really good place to put my hairdryer and my hair straighteners, even if they're still hot, to kind of keep them safe and out of the way. And it keeps the top of my counter totally clean and tidy and clutter-free. Now, just putting these dresses away in Bella's wardrobe. I do keep their matching dresses all together. I used to keep them separately in each wardrobe, and then I just had to go to back and forth with different wardrobes because they were matching dresses on the same day, and it was a pain. So I now keep matching dresses together. It's easier. Now, Bella's room just needs a little bit of a tidying up. She does normally sort of help me tidy up, but she's playing nicely for a minute, so I'm just going to get on with it myself. I am a big believer in getting the children to help wherever I can, but you know, sometimes it is quicker to do it yourself, so I just believe in a bit of a balance. Get them involved, make them feel like they're helping, but equally sometimes just let them get on with it because it's quicker. Now I'm just doing the landing area with the Dyson, and oh look, here are the girls in Bella's room. Nope, not even Bella's room, Zara's room. Do you do that? Do you call your children the wrong names? Whoopsie. Anyway, in Zara's room, and the place is a tip. Surprise, surprise. Zara's room is, without a doubt, the messiest room in the house. As soon as I tidy it, if you watch my last vlog, we tidied, we did a lot of speed clean, and then I went in to set William up with his tutor, who's logging into his tutor, get him all set up. I was gone 5 minutes, and the girls trashed the room again. Just totally trashed it. I don't know how to manage it. Must be a special skill. Anyway, we're now tidying up. I am getting them involved in this room, tidying up Zara's room, where they have been playing. putting away those little nighties were just in a basket ready for them to put on later, putting all Zara's soft toy dollies away, clearing her table, getting her to put her own hairbands and things away. She's only 3, but she does know where things go. You know, I think you can underestimate how much that they are capable of doing at different ages, and certainly with the youngest, I think it's much easier to let them just be like, you know, it's okay, you don't have to do anything. So it is kind of a bit of an effort. It probably takes longer to get them involved, but if you kind of make it a game, sometimes I put sort of music and things that they like on in order to motivate them to join in, and quite often it's like something at the end of the clean as a special reward. So today is Friday, so tonight they will be allowed to have a film before they go to bed, and obviously we won't be able to do that unless everything's nice and tidy, so that's kind of the bribe, I suppose. Come on, let's get all this done, otherwise we won't be able to have film night. So let's all get it done together and there'll be plenty of time. Isn't that sort of a fun thing to work towards? So I'm just popping the rug back down. That rug was actually from IKEA, and apparently it is machine washable. Now I have not tried to machine wash it yet, but hopefully it will hold up well. Do you have one of those? Have you tried machine washing it, and does it work?
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video,
please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we post more videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 10 PM.
Thank you, Bella. Latest video is just across here. Another speed clean video for you just down here. See you guys soon.